More croquet from the desert, tucked between the Salton Sea and Los Angeles, in the shadow of the San Jacinto Mountains, we find Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, and the Mission Hills Country Club, the epicenter of croquet in the western United States. You can see the two-lawn complex, 4 courts each, right and left, surrounded by tennis courts, and a more intimate view from Brian Hovis's drone shows you the main permanent croquet complex at Mission Hills. This is the United States Croquet Association National Championships, December 2022. We're playing U.S. rules croquet, obviously at the Mission Hills Country Club in Rancho Mirage, California. Your on-site tournament director is Rich Curtis. I think Jeff Soo may have set up the player pairings before he went off to play in the McRob in Australia. When they want to play a bigger tournament, they convert those grass courts in that unmarked patch up there for an additional 4 so they can host the McRob, the Solomon Cup, and national championships. I'm giving Nick Gray the tournament manager title because he and Donna Dixon were very helpful in finding accommodations for Brian Hovis, your videographer, who's also responsible for the drone footage. We are now the official YouTube channel of the United States Croquet Association, which is putting on this event. Anything you want to know about croquet, you can get from the USCA. So check it out, sign up, think about joining this wonderful community. I'm also very grateful for additional sponsorship from Chris Barley and Stuart Price that let us do things like fly Brian Hovis to Mission Hills and get additional games. This is what it looks like courtside, and the scenery can take the sting out of losing to a certain extent. The format for the championship knockout is double elimination. This is the final of a second life bracket. The winner goes into the main semifinal. The loser is done because he will have had 2 losses by then. All the bracket information comes from croquetscores.com, run by Tim Murphy in Australia, who is more than deserving of any donations because this platform is absolutely critical to keeping the croquet community informed about tournaments around the world. He covers golf croquet, AC croquet, and the addition of American 6-wicket in the last couple of years has been immensely useful to me. Hostilities are on court 2 for this one. Sharif Abdelwahab taping up his hands for this boxing match. 19 national championships, handicap minus 3.5. Lost in the first life bracket to Peter Bach and has fought his way back with 3 wins in the second life. He's joined by Stuart Lawrence, who lost to Doug Grimsley in the final of his first life bracket and then gets a bye into the final of the second life bracket. His handicap is minus 3, and as we have outlined before, he's been a stalwart of American croquet for years, with representing the U.S. in multiple international teams. Both of these guys play all over the world, so they're obviously devotees of the AC game, but they also have a real wealth of tactical experience in American rules, which will be on display today. Looks like Sharif won the toss, coming in with blue. That gives blue a hoop, but robs him of the continuation shot that's such a big part of play at hoop 1. It also makes him responsible for blue, so he has to be careful not to let him get wired later. For instance, from yellow doing a jump shot and trying to set up at hoop 2, then blue has no backswing and would get a wiring lift. Just going to use a shot you would use on a stuck rover peel in AC, kind of a drag roll, trying to get both balls through the hoop. Most people would just take blue out of bounds wherever they wanted because he's not responsible for red, so he doesn't have to worry about a wire. This is actually pretty creative. Looks like he's going to send red to hoop 3. Or protect black's chance to set up in front of hoop 1. And a cannon was the only way to do that because balls in the game are dead on balls that are not in the game yet. I've mentioned before that Sharif won his first doubles golf croquet national championship in 1999 with Mick Mijas as his partner. Mijas was a major proponent of the out game in the 90s, and Sharif is carrying on that tradition. Of the two elements of any single ball croquet stroke, distance is harder to control than direction. These guys are pretty good at both, though. Which is more important depends on the situation, of course. Blue is for hoop 3, but there's no way he's setting up with yellow in position to come in. Spent ball's not in the game yet. Danger ball blue's in the corner. He can't give it to red, so let's see how far he can get with just 2 balls. Broken record time. Notice how on every odd numbered hoop, the hoop approach is either a stop or a drive shot to get the object ball far enough down that he can get a rush on it to the next hoop. Doesn't matter technically whether you're doing a 2-ball break with your partner or an opponent ball, but tactically it does affect what risk you're willing to take. With no rush, he's still close enough to 6 that roqueing red and rolling up to it's no big deal. But if that fails, he leaves both balls probably within Sharif's critical distance. So it's time to stop. 5 hoops on a 2-ball break. No deadness and no major vulnerability because red's the danger ball and blue's not going to shoot at that. You would usually think that leaving blue near hoop 2 would make it subject to a croquet out with yellow for 6 and red for 2, but black virtually in the jaws of 1 would make a croquet out on Stewart's part now pretty risky. Black can get to yellow with no problem on the next turn, but yellow's the danger ball, so he couldn't give it to blue. He'd have to run a 2-ball break, and it's probably okay to leave it there. He's trying to pick up blue, and had he done so, then it would not have been okay to leave yellow there. Since he cut yellow toward its hoop 6, he must be planning a takeoff to the attack to bring the spent ball out to yellow. The other choice would have been to hit yellow straight, do a rush to the attack, and maybe have an easier time getting rid of the danger ball if he'd had yellow over here by these 2 balls in your corner 2. I wonder if it was the distance between red and yellow on the rush shot that made him a little leery of sending yellow down the boundary line. And he didn't want to waste 2 turns setting up a better rush because he knew Sharif would come after him if he did. Hoop! Somebody would have yelled at it from the crowd in a golf croquet tournament. Myriad are the breaks that have ended that way in American rules. But 3 hoops, no deadness. Red is guarding black, shot on blue and yellow has a chance to escape. And not satisfied with mere escape, the only break here he has is another 2-ball break, which is doable, but mostly because blue and black don't have any deadness. There's no better time to make one back, so there's nothing to clear. No reason to do anything here except go back to red unless you want to go pick up black and send it to red. Yellow's dead on blue, but red's not, so it's guarding this shot on black, but he's down by 7 hoops, and red has a good break opportunity, so he's got to take the risk. Blue is for 3, black is for 2. The only deadness is yellow is dead on opponent.
Not quite, but it can be.
And now to put red a long way away with shots on blue and yellow on the boundary, and hopefully wired from blue tucked behind black's hoop too. although it's a little concealed actually. He has a good hoop 5 Pioneer, so this is the best time to go pick up red in corner 1. And this serves the dual purpose of letting him place a good 2-back Pioneer at the same time. Let's see, he's 43, 44 feet away from hoop 5. Hoop 1 and a ball he's dead on are in the way. And yellow's almost in the jaws of 5. This shot is not for the faint of heart. I wonder how you say Lionheart in Arabic. Oh no, he gave yellow a shot on its hoop. Don't worry, he has no intention of leaving it there. Initially, I thought he left red on the east side of 6 because he's just fond of doing that. But then I realized he has a more specific motive. Usually, he would send red over to pivot position while he went to the blue Pioneer at 1 back. But notice he's doing a takeoff. And there's the board when he started this break to save you scrolling all the way back to see why he's doing this. If he were just setting up the leave, it's a little early to be putting blue at its hoop, but he wants to peel it, or at least put it in a position where it can make the hoop itself if he breaks down and on his way back to 4 back. if you're new to peeling, and only very new to peeling, you might be tempted to peel blue now, but that would only work, especially in American rules, if blue were in the jaws. Then you could rush peel blue through 3, you'd be ball in hand on blue and be able to come back and make 4 back. There's no name for peeling blue now because there's no reason to do it. I can think of some descriptive terms such as ill-advised, reckless, unwise, maybe even stupid. So instead, you knock blue back on the 4-back side, put it in back peeling position, make 4 back, and then do the back peel on blue through 3.
Somewhere in this area here.
And now with blue clean, the leave is much easier. With the spent ball red as the pioneer at Penalt, he'll be able to place it as an escape ball at blue's hoop 4 after he makes Penalt. That makes it easier to avoid being partner dead at the end of the break. Because when you bring your partner ball to its hoop after you make rover, you can use the spent ball to get clean and you'll be last dead on that one. But that's only one variation on this theme. Let's see which one he uses. So black will get clean, be last dead on red, and He's got nearly a perfect leave, except that red is quite vulnerable. I saw Derek Wasink punish him for doing this at the NCC years ago. Yellow, in the same position it is now, was first ball in the last turns. He hit red and won the game after being down 20-5. To be truly unhittable, the only ball that yellow can shoot at needs to be a foot or two from the boundary or closer. So a 3-ball break for hoop 2 through 4. Fabulous pickup out of corner 1 and a 4-ball break the rest of the way. Peels blue to get it clean. And Sharif has a 6-hoop lead, and more importantly, a finishing break for blue if Stewart misses this shot. Will history repeat itself? Doug Grimsley sure liked it. Tactically, yellow was for 2 back. Can only tie by pegging out. If he gave the break to red, red's for 3, can make more than enough hoops on the way to the peg to build a lead, and can also peg out black, meaning the leave for yellow would be bulletproof. Let's see what he does.
Minus 17 and 17.
Holy moly. He's making this way too hard, but with shots like that, he can get away with it. Until he can't. I'm going to need help with this one. Blue is for 4. Red is sitting right there. There's no question that for me, the choice is Croquet red, make 4, and build a break out of those 2 balls together over by 2 back. I guess he did this because he thought if he missed there, he'd be safe. If he missed shooting easily at red, then red might get something going. Tell me what you think, and I'm going to have to ask Sharif. Beautiful hoop 4 Pioneer for blue. And now black, the rover ball, will be lasted on red after it gets clean at any hoop. Oops. Hoop shooting position on the west boundary. He was trying to peel it, but at least he hit it. Protecting his lead by keeping red from joining yellow, which is 3-ball dead. The hardest hitting player in American croquet is also one of the best touch shots. Recognizing in the geometry the opportunity for a croquet out is one of the most creative components of American rules croquet tactics. The technical challenge then is making damn sure that blue ball gets out of bounds next to the opponent ball red, and that black ends up within useful distance of blue's hoop 5. I'd say he did it. And now the finishing break. Well, that was the plan anyway. It's a 5-point game. Plenty of time left.
Stop the clock, Rory.
Okay, now the finishing break. Well, no, he's now up by 6 hoops, and he just wants to keep yellow 3-ball dead. Now he has a break with the ball he wants a break with, so he can peg out black and secure the lead. It's only a 2-ball break, but he's shown he can do that. The number goes up every time I hear this story, but they talk of Robert Fulford running a 2-ball break for 49 hoops or 68 hoops or whatever the number is, and the only reason he quit was everybody wanted to go to lunch. This is why you should be practicing 2-ball breaks every now and then. Sometimes it's your only option. Remember that Sharif's peg ball black is last dead on red. Not bad. 2-ball break for 5 hoops. He's down by 1 in the jaws of his hoop, and the nearby rover ball is dead on him with no good way to get clean. They judge that black went out right behind blue, so he can put black not in contact with, but right next to either yellow or blue, or up to 9 inches away from either one of those. He's not going to let him join up. But because black is last dead on red, this maneuver will allow red and yellow to join up. Sharif wants to give black a rush on blue to red and yellow. He could just put blue out there, but that might make red's attack a little easier. So he does the double tap scatter shot, being very careful to hit blue to the right of black. Now black has the desired rush, but they're both on the boundary, making the attack a little less likely. And that double tap maneuver works because a double tap on a Croquet is legal. Again, the dual purpose rush of the danger ball into the opponent's balls. It goes out, you make them split up. Doesn't go out, you can attack and give the danger ball a break. Looking on is the ex-Minnesota contingent, Rick Shealy with Dick and Jeannie Engebretson. Engebretsen's live in Mission Hills. Rick Shealy lives in Virginia now. But we've had some good croquet in Minneapolis with those three. Still tied at 17 all. Stewart's problem, of course, is that yellow remains 3-ball dead. This gives black a rush on blue to yellow, the danger ball. What he wants is a rush to red, the spent ball, which is why Stewart decides not to go to corner 3, but stay in corner 1. This is the resident roadrunner who hung around all week. According to Peter Bach, they named him Mr. Cool. I thought that was Peter's nickname. These guys are unfazed by the challenge of distance control that the rest of us find so daunting in croquet. Red needs a rush to penult. Blue didn't go far enough. Now his challenge is just getting out of there.
Sorry. Which is a long way from the camera.
The 1 minute warning. He just needs one hoop. If he can make penult, then he can probably roquet blue and stay in control. Ugh. Sharif immediately called timeout. The board shows yellow and red are both 3-ball dead, and the score is tied. Sharif only needs 1 point to win, but yellow has a hoop shot. Perfectly legitimate to ask and absolutely critical to know what's the score. Black's about to be first ball in the last turns. He could just peg out. If he's going to do that, he should shoot at blue first because blue is less than 40% farther from black than the peg is. But then if yellow makes 2 back, yellow can hit back in and finish. So he's got to deal with yellow at the same time. If black and yellow both miss, then blue will probably roquet red and win it by scoring hoop 6. But you never know.
Black's first and last.
Sharif Abdelwahab 18-17 over Stuart Lawrence in an incredible game of croquet. Stuart's done because he has 2 losses. Sharif goes into the semifinal against Randy Cardo. That's the next game coming up, so give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when it happens. Thanks again to the USCA, Chris Barley, and Stuart Price for their generous support. Let's go out with Mr. Cool.